Listen, I'm a little retarded. I'm a little retarded.
Fuck, save me, son of a bitch! Call me a foreign agent of the fucking fighting words.
I'm gonna get my Fortnite daddy to come get you.
My Fortnite sugar daddy.
Him and his V-Bucks are gonna smack you up real good.
Speaking of V-Bucks, Outer Worlds. I need to get a new chair.
Yeah, do that.
So, we are currently recording on March 28th. 8 days ago, Outer Worlds just announced that they were gonna release Outer Worlds on the Epic Store launcher.
Okay. We have to introduce the podcast first.
Hey, listen. You're already watching the podcast. You should know who we are.
Hey, don't be a faggot. I'm Jonathan.
I'm faggot.
And that's faggot.
No, I'm Jeremy.
And this is the Aimless podcast. He's faggot.
No. Damn it.
And this is the Aimless podcast, okay?
Alright, this is
now
the Aimless
talk
podcast.
About Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, a new space RPG game that's gonna be released. Who knows when? I don't care. So apparently they announced that they're gonna release on the Epic Store launcher. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that?
How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't really care.
But like, how do you feel about the Steam players just going after them saying dislike?
Steam players are fucking. They're retarded, dude. Like,
Oh, we have another implement.
we're gonna.
Send it to you.
Nah, he's fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Implement going after Reddit.
Did you see how he released a video saying Lemon's apology to Reddit?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. But no, Steam. I don't know. They're kind of retarded. You go on any Steam forum, and like some of them are kind of helpful, but like most of it's just bad. You have people like saying that they hate games. They put like 900 hours into it.
I mean, that makes sense. I watch a lot of movies that I don't think are great. I'm playing.
Those are movies though. That's 2
No, but like
hours.
also, I'm playing The Force Unleashed 2. Terrible game, by the way. If you think otherwise, you're wrong. Terrible game,
That's
but
true,
I'm still
that's
playing it.
Like,
Only because I want to finish it. I started it. I need to finish it. You know.
I 100%. I got all the achievements in One Piece World Seeker. Halfway through that game, I hated that game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, that makes sense. But still.
Anyways, but like I don't know. They're kind of. I don't know how to say it. I think it's mostly because like CS:GO. Because CS:GO and LoL and Dota and shit, right? They're the highest played games, and all those communities are like fucking hyper toxic. So
Yeah.
I think it makes Steam kind of toxic.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I don't really have any ill feelings towards them putting it on the Epic launcher because they're just doing what they're doing.
All I know is that the Epic launcher, they don't have a review system, so you can't really review it once the game comes out. And the game and the launcher itself isn't made for that kind of game.
The only problem I can see with it is like a Fallout 76 problem where they didn't release it on Steam, they put it on Bethesda's launcher. And that allowed them to like hyper monetize their shit. So that's the only thing I could see.
It's still gonna get Outer Worlds is still gonna get released on Xbox and PS4, but it's gonna be a year till it gets released on Steam. You're still gonna get the game, and not just which I guess sucks. I guess I would probably be pretty pissed if I was I also have a PlayStation. I don't really care.
I have a PlayStation, I have an Xbox, I have a PC, I don't give a fuck.
It's true. If you're specifically a PC gamer, you're a loser.
It's true. Listen, I'm kind of a Chad with like a big dick and a lot of money. So like I drive a fast car. Like I
have a Lamborghini.
So it might be kind of hard for you plebs to like relate to me.
It's true.
But
yeah. Relate to us.
But you know, I guess I have a little bit of sympathy towards you faggots who only have a PlayStation
and a PC.
Oh yeah, I have a PC.
Or just an Xbox. Imagine just having an Xbox. I feel my dick
honestly,
shriveling right now.
Once I finally finished building my my PC, I was so happy. I felt like so released.
Yeah, because like
It's
all that
insane.
dopamine getting released.
Yeah. I went from only being able to play on Xbox to now having a PC, and I don't know, just the feeling of being. I haven't been on that PlayStation forever, but just the feeling of the freedom, you know. I don't know. It felt nice.
It's like you can switch to other games that you weren't able to access before. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would not be able to play this on my laptop. My laptop's.
Is your laptop bad?
I mean, I was able to play Destiny, but it's so much room, dude.
Is it how much memory is your laptop have?
No, but I read that one.
It's probably like a terabyte, right?
Yeah.
Terabyte or 500 gigabytes. What do you think?
I think I had a terabyte.
Maybe. I don't know if yours would be. It might be, but if you had a terabyte, what you really need to play like those types of games is RAM. This probably max it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I guarantee you it does not have 16 gigabytes. It probably has like 8.
No, yeah, I think it has 8.
8 or I think my laptop has
8 or
like
16, one or the other.
I think my laptop has like 4. Not bad, but you can't play games on it.
I mean, I can play Steam.
I think your laptop would be okay. You just couldn't run it on like ultra high graphics and shit.
Kept playing Destiny 2 on there. That was a hit of mine. Big boy over here.
It's true. You would also need more fans. Have you seen those laptops that have like
there's
fucking,
this little
like, shitloads of fans on like the back of it?
Yeah.
Those things are...
Actually, my mom has one of those like whenever she bought a MacBook a long time ago, she bought one of those like little platforms where you put your laptop right there, it will like have all these fans under it. So.
That's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
It's pretty sick.
I want to get one.
Dude, your mom's like a gamer.
She is. She was a gamer before it was really cool being a gamer. Speaking of anything else like happening with video?
I don't know. Sekiro.
I want to get Sekiro. I want Sekiro. Sekiro.
We need to open up a Patreon.
Yeah, and donate money for me.
And have our 7 subscribers donate $100 a month.
Exactly. Yeah. $100 a month. And as the numbers keep growing, the price stays the same. No, once they hit 1 million, all they need to pay $8,000. Just so we can play video games that they want us to play.
No donations under $100.
Maybe $100 or more. If it's at least $99 out,
how do you feel about those people on Patreon? Those like artists who like exclusively use Patreon. They use Twitter to promote themselves, but almost all their art is via Patreon.
Well, they still do give a lot of their art for the public, but a lot of their exclusive stuff is on Patreon.
Like they make shitloads of exclusive stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like all on Patreon. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
Like I understand the hustle, but also it kind of sucks too, because you want to see those new drawings they make.
Yeah.
You want to see some good art that they do. Well, you know, a lot of the times Patreon artists do just porn. They do a lot of porn. You know how much porn pays? Fucking insane.
It's a lot. And if you make it exclusive on top of it just being porn, you get lots of money.
That's why you get all these like, I wouldn't call them most of them are. There's some chicks who like cosplay and do Patreons. But like they don't do the like super explicit.
Lola Delphine doesn't really do super explicit stuff though.
Yeah, on Patreon.
On Patreon she doesn't.
Snapchat.
Her Snapchat is kind of, but in virtually all the pictures she's covering.
Now I wouldn't know, but
but in virtually all the pictures she's like covering her nipples and shit.
That's true. Yeah.
It's still rated R technically, I guess, but it's not rated M.
That's true. I would never give money.
Now, Bella Delphine, listen.
I understand the hustle.
I might have donated a couple grand, but
I only donated a small load of $1 billion. But
I do.
Like I
feel bad for Belle Delphine. Like listen, I'm happy she's making money. She does not look happy. Yeah. She looks dead inside.
I can't imagine
like you
being a woman.
A little misogynist there.
No.
But
I swear, I love women.
But like every time like you look at it like a clip of her, she just has like these dead like shark eyes.
Yeah. It's like it's like the look you give at like a corner store, like this what they work as, like this is my job. Again.
Love my job, hooray.
Yeah. Hoorah.
Like she works at like retail or something.
Aww.
But she gets to wear cat ears.
She gets to wear cat ears and barely any clothing.
Virtually no
put in a
clothing.
cage. I feel bad. I feel bad for a lot of them. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's what they want to do with their life. Some of them. Probably not most.
I have sympathy for them.
Yeah.
I have sympathy.
I see those whores.
No, we're not calling Belle Delphine a whore. No names here, but
no names here. No. No, but you know who you are.
You know who you are. Yeah, you know.
No, but like, understand. Also, same thing for like artists too. Like, there's this one artist called Kami-chan. Art's incredible, but all they do now is just like I like some of their like art that isn't porn. Like, if you go to like any of their websites, like of like nude drawings, a lot of like big tit women, a lot of big hip women, a lot of muscular bros. How am I supposed to compete with that? That's it.
How am I supposed to compete against those 2D drawings?
Exactly. But like, no. It's
Most
like
of the artists I
porn.
follow are porn.
Yeah, same.
Like, I don't really follow artists for.
I follow
not
a lot of artists that do art, but like a lot of like I'd say half is probably porn.
The only artists I follow who don't do porn are like animators. That's it. I don't really
like
follow.
that.
I don't.
Imagine if Zach did porn.
I would love it.
Yeah.
But I don't follow like traditional artists that just post their art.
They're very rare nowadays. I don't know, maybe you just need to look for them.
Maybe.
I think that's definitely it, but like a lot of them do a lot of porn. But I understand the hustle. I understand. It's not easy getting a job and sticking with that job. I mean, it is pretty easy, but but at the same time, I understand they probably don't want that job and they want to do something they're actually good at. So that makes sense.
And they're good at drawing porn.
Exactly. They're good at drawing
That's their one skill.
They're good at drawing feet porn.
Salty.
Salty.
And fucking hot
I
feet.
can taste that.
Gotta
toe
lick
jam.
the sweat off the bottom of their soles.
I want to lick their.
Alright, everybody, picture this.
No, I'm not.
You gotta lick from
I don't want to.
from the heel all the way up the
I didn't
arm.
ask for this.
And then you gotta, as soon as you get to the toes, you gotta suck on the big toe. And then you gotta let it out of your mouth, lick between all their toes.
You gotta lick it after they're done going for a jog. They take off their shoes. They didn't wear any socks. And you see the dirt still stuck on the soles.
Alright, that's nasty. Listen, I was all down with just licking normal feet. But as soon as you brought the dirt
No,
in,
that's a spice.
the spice of life.
Oh no, that's disgusting. But also those furry artists too.
Oh yeah,
How do you feel about
that's
those the Patreon babes? Like do the nudes and stuff.
again, I understand the hustle, right? You gotta get your money somehow. I
I'll
don't
get a
know.
real job.
I don't think.
No, I'm joking. Listen, everything I say is a joke. Except for
Obviously,
when I'm serious.
obviously they're gonna do it for money, but I don't. I think it's an easy way to get your ego boosted and for you to become conceited. So, say
Your conceit is what he's saying.
say people are giving you money for you to show off your body, right? All the time. You're gonna develop a complex where you feel kind of like a god. You're not a god, but you feel like you're worth.
I'm needed.
You're worth more than the average
bear?
average Joe,
Yeah.
right? Average Joe Rogan.
Yogi Yo. He's smarter than the average bear.
What is that?
It's 90s hip Yogi Bear.
That sound
That's real.
sounds disgusting.
I think it's like.
I'm sure it's real.
It's called Yo Yogi Yo.
Is that true?
Well, slow down there, pops. He's wearing like a backwards cap. He's wearing a skateboard with some neon shoes. It's fucking great, dude.
No, but
Anyways.
but it's an easy way to get your ego boosted.
I'm sure a lot
when
of-
you have an ego boosted, I don't know, you always crash hard. You know, it's like when you get actors like Johnny Depp, right? Who they get shitloads of money. Everybody's calling them amazing all the
Like
time.
George Lucas. That's probably a better example.
Yeah, they do. They're constantly getting praised, and one day you find out that they're like doing weird shit, or they've just like gone insane. That's usually what happens, because you can only call yourself a god for so long before
You know the Justice League animated series?
No.
Artist for. He's fallen from grace. I think his name is Tim something. Like he has some weird porn. What? Bruce Tim, right? Yeah. He's got some weird. He has some weird fetishes, dude.
But
Like
I don't think it's a success for a dude, I just had an aneurysm. It's not a plan for a successful life. It's I think,
Still,
I think it's
they get-
self-destructive. Again, it's in the moment you it might be fine, right? You might not get your ego boosted. You might be like, I'm just a chick who sells her body, right? You might be super down to earth with it. You understand what's going on.
Yeah, because like a lot of them, I only follow like maybe 3 or 4, and
3 or 4 e-girls.
No, not e-girls. Like some cosplayers. They do like those Patreon things. So, like, you know, they do the little.
Are you subscribed to anybody's Patreon?
Fuck no. I don't have a Patreon account. But one I follow, I think her name's like Jenna Lynn. She's pretty cool. Jenna Lynn Meowery.
I've never heard.
She's pretty cool. She's pretty chill. We can probably play some Fortnite. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, of course, you'll have outliers who are okay, but I don't think it's a recipe for happy life. I think at the end of the day, you only have one life. Right? You're not gonna be reborn in heaven. You might, but
you're not gonna be reincarnated. Listen, none of us are atheists here. We're not bashing your religion.
I am. However, I don't know if you're gonna be reincarnated.
We don't know.
So let's err on the side of caution. Let's not have blind faith, because what if it turns out that nothing happened? Although that is an argument for faith, right? You say, even if there is nothing after death, there is a chance that I believe that there was. So if it does exist, if you say you write out a square, right, and you put heaven exists, heaven does not exist, I believe, I don't believe, right? If you believe, you have a greater chance of happiness over multiple lifetimes, right? That's their argument. I forget what the fuck it's called. I think it's like Pascal's pyramid or some shit. I can't for the life of me. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah. However, their argument is, if you believe, even if it doesn't exist, you still believe. Right?
Yeah, you still have some faith.
And if it does exist, then you're in, right? But I think constantly having that thought in the back of your mind, like you're being pressured into going to heaven. Maybe you're not being pressured, I don't know. But I don't think it's... No, whatever. No, let's get off of that. All I'm saying is that you only have one life, right?
That's true, yeah.
If you waste it being an e-girl for like 20 years or whatever, you'll make lots of money, but at the end of the day, that's 20 years of your life you wasted. Yeah, you have money now, but money does not equate happiness. There's multiple studies on that. Mm-hmm. You become a millionaire, your chance of suicide goes up. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore, isn't it?
How does that intricate?
No, it's not, because you make way more money. And when you are an e-girl, your ego gets boosted. Ego boost is always 100% a bad idea. Always a bad idea.
I wouldn't say it's no, it all depends.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Listen,
there's some of them are big cool.
There are cool chicks. All I'm saying is that when this is studied, right? When your ego tends to be boosted, it all comes crashing down eventually. One day you're going to start thinking, am I really this great God? And you're not. So it's all going to come crashing down. And depending on how high your ego got boosted is how harder the crash is going to be. That's why people suddenly overdose out of nowhere. And you're like, why the fuck did that amazing dude just overdose? You have no clue. The reason they did it is because they were constantly told they were great. They might have been criticized, but their main circle around them only gave them compliments.
I think for some cases that's true, some cases it isn't.
Again, there are outliers. I'm just saying, on average, this is what tends to happen.
I'm saying that being equal doesn't mean
again, there are outliers, right?
I think the outliers are the people who get ego from it, because the majority of them go into this because, like, throughout their lives, a girl's life is hard. You always get flirted with. You have guys.
We talk about women don't deal with anything.
You get fucking stuck. You have guys honking their horn at you. So a lot of them are like, why don't I just get paid?
That's true. All I'm saying is that it leads to a destructive cycle that in the end is not beneficial.
You know what I think?
Again, it'll give you money. You can live a happy life. I'm not saying you can't. All I'm saying is that it tends to not work out well, and I would not recommend it to my daughter.
But what's your like?
Well, what would you do if your daughter wanted to do it?
Is there any study that says?
I'm not saying it's perfectly e-girl. I'm just saying when you're an e-girl, your ego will be boosted. There are no studies that. Because that's what happens. Imagine.
That's what you say what happens, but again, it depends on mindset. You're a guy. If you get complimented, then you're gonna feel good. But when a girl gets complimented, It's different.
Say you walked out of this apartment right now and you went to HEB or something. Every single person there complimented you. Every single fucking one. Every single one of them reached into the water, gave you $5. Every fucking one of them. Right? Your ego is gonna be boosted. You're not gonna walk out of HEB saying that. No, that's how it works. Period.
No, that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. Period.
That's how it works.
You have girls who hate being complimented. Or you got those fucking SJWs are like, oh, don't compliment me.
Which is because they have a strong mind. All I'm saying is that if you get into becoming an e-girl, you're gonna do it for again. There are outliers
because they're used to being complimented in real life.
So they already have a high ego.
It's not gonna change if every girl.
We should hold on.
Every girl does not get complimented in real life. There are fucking fat cows out
there. You check on any girl's social media, 500 messages.
Yeah, but Frankie, I would argue that those kind of people are. Most of them are probably desperate dudes too. That are even 40.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
So many desperate dudes. You have no idea how many times.
No. I understand, right? I get that they get the 500 messages or whatever. All I'm saying is that it's bad. Period. It's bad. Period.
Are you saying
you have social media. Social media increases depression by a fuckload for girls and boys. Mostly girls, but also boys. Right?
Disagree. I want to kill myself right now.
All I'm saying is it's a bad idea, period. Any type of promoting your body as if you are special, or even if you don't promote it that way, I don't care how you do it. If you're constantly getting compliments,
but
maybe you don't.
Providing services like fucking wood shopping or some shit. You're promoting something already.
You're promoting a skill though. They're not promoting a skill. They're promoting their body, something they have naturally. They're not doing anything to make it that way. Yeah, they might pose a certain way to look cuter or whatever.
Maybe
but
surgery.
Ultimately, don't get surgery.
About to work a camera, which in itself is a skill.
That's great and all. At the end of the day, what you're marketing though isn't your camera skills. You're marketing your body. You could be using a 240p camera. As long as you have real big tits, you'll get shitloads of likes, right? Granted, it's better if you know how to use a camera. However, it doesn't matter. What you're ultimately marketing is your body. You're not marketing your woodshop project.
But still, a lot of them are like, oh, I gotta get up in the morning and fuck. It's not immediate. It's not straight and easy.
It's a bad job, is all I'm trying to say.
It's not even a bad job. It's a good job. It's an easy
Listen,
job.
no. Frankie, shut up for a sec. I don't think it's a good or bad job. I think it's just something that they do.
It obviously exists, right? It's never not going to exist. It is always going to exist. There will be people that thrive in it. There will be people that fail in it. However, I don't think it's a good job, period. At all. I think it will ultimately make your life worse. Ultimately. If you took, when you started being an e-girl to something else you really wanted to do. Say you really wanted to be an e-girl. That's fine, alright? That's your dream. Be happy. That's a shitty dream, but that's fine, right? If that's ultimately your dream, fine. Fucking be an e-girl. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you do it.
Any future e-girls listen to this, hit us up.
However, if you took it and you, instead of being an e-girl for easy cash, right? You're doing it for cash, whatever. It's an easy job. That's fine. Right? I'd do it if I could. If I had tits, I'd do it too, right? That's all I'm trying to say. However, it's not going to give you more happiness. And I might sound preachy because I'm a faggot, right? I'm a faggot that can't promote his body. However, I don't think it leads to happiness anymore. I would do it. Listen, I'm a big ass hypocrite. I'd do it if I could. However,
I'd be a total slut if I wanted to.
I don't think it works.
If I get paid $600,000 a year just being a slut, I totally do.
I'd do it, dude. If I was a girl, I'd be the biggest slut imaginable. Okay? Just because I could.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing too. Like a lot of guys see that you don't understand what.
Nah, they don't go through shit. What are you talking about?
Like girls straight up are horny. They're down to fuck, but they just don't want to fuck the person. They just don't want the personality that.
Listen, I understand.
But all I'm saying is,
I have a 12-inch dick, right? That's all I'm trying to say.
all I'm saying is,
if you want pictures, just like email me, dude.
email us at Aimless Podcast.
Aimless Podcast, I'll send you a dick pic. It's all good.
It's all good, yeah. If you want to share,
if you're under 5, just don't tell the authorities.
For does that mean inches?
If you're under 18, just like don't tell me that. It's all good.
Keep that down low.
Keep it down low.
Yeah.
If you share it, I'm blocking you.
if your age is lower than the length of the podcast.
Alright, let's get off this shit. I'm done.
Let's just agree.
Let's agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's what the podcast is for. Aimless podcast.
Let's get really heated over something stupid like e-girls.
Now let's talk about.
Let's talk about death.
Yeah.
What do you think is ultimately the way? Okay, so what do you think is the
That's what podcast thing is called. Death and E-girls.
Let's make this a deep podcast. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
I don't care.
Let's go.
I like talking deep. Right? Say, what do you think is the ultimate objective of a life? Maybe there's not an objective. What would be your objective? We are objective creatures, right? So therefore, we need goals. Otherwise, we become depressed, shit like that, right?
I think
What is your ultimate goal in life?
to fulfill my goals.
What bullshit is that, Jeremy?
No, I think the goal I like to fulfill is just doing what I want to set out for myself, like create a series, or just do something that has maybe not impact, but maybe something that I'm gonna enjoy in like the moment, and that other people will enjoy. You know?
Do you fear it being forgotten in 300 years?
Well, of course it's gonna be forgotten. Like I don't really care if it's gonna be forgotten. Like if it's gonna be remembered now, then sure.
So, okay. Here's
Like, this is what
I'm gonna play hardcore devil's advocate here, right?
Okay.
So what I'm about to say, I do not believe at all, right?
Disclaimer,
What-
we don't believe anything we've said in the podcast. so
If the
far.
point is in like, I believe that eagle shit. This stuff I don't believe though.
Alright.
Say in 1,000 years, right?
Okay.
Humanity still lives on, it thrives. Jeremy was just a dot 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people though.
That's virtually everybody.
This
However,
It's so scary.
are you content thinking that way? Well, are you okay saying I'm gonna live this life for 100 years? I might have a kid. I might have a couple kids. I have a wife. Maybe I'll hate her by the end of my life. Maybe I'll get a divorce. Maybe I'll get a couple divorces. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna die. I might have people surrounding my bed when I pass away. One day, those people will pass away,
I think.
and eventually, my name will be lost to the sands of time.
Yeah. Like, listen.
It's a scary thought.
It is a scary thought, but like that's what I expect already. Like, I think this is what's gonna happen to everybody. I think the stars we have right now, like in movie celebrities, 300 years from now, they're probably gonna be forgotten. Like, you don't remember any single like actor from like.
Here's a good
the 60s or 80s.
test, right?
But like,
think about it really
no,
hardcore.
let me finish.
Even from the 1900s, try to name 100 people.
Yeah.
You can't. You
Exactly.
can't fucking. That was only 100 years ago, dude.
It's true, yeah.
1,000 years ago, we know two names. Two names, maybe. And that's only the leaders.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve. That was 1,000 years ago?
100,000 years ago.
It
Anyways.
was more than that.
Anyways, no.
It was like
but,
5,000 years ago.
But I think I'm content on like knowing that
I think you
I'll-
have to be. Otherwise, you live in fear.
Exactly. That probably is a terrible life to think like I need to be remembered for something. I need to be remembered
I felt
for what
that
I'm
way
doing
for
now.
a long time. For
Yeah.
a long time. I was really... I think this led to like a little bout of depression in high school.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't severe or anything. I didn't try to kill myself or anything.
I was.
However, I was kind of depressed. And I think the majority of it was because I felt like I could do something. And I still feel that way. If I really tried, I could probably be somebody.
Yeah.
But I'd have to try real hard.
It's no easy feat.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
If you try hard enough, you can become a mayor. You just have to try hard enough, right?
Yeah.
If
And if you don't make it, it's
I
supposed
felt
to be,
that
I
way
guess.
for a long time. I felt that if I didn't live my life to the fullest, what the fuck's the point? If I didn't make a change, why the fuck am I alive? Right? That's how I felt for a while. Then after a while, it just eats away at you, right? I had to let that go. And then more recently, within the past, I'd say year, so very recently, my view has kind of drastically changed. Nowadays, I feel the highest form of enjoyment that you could possibly get out of your life is to be happy, right? The ways of doing that are extremely numerous, right? Not all will work for everyone.
Yeah.
However, there are basic rules that you can follow. Some of them might be universal, some of them might not. It can't hurt to try though, right?
To go back to your question, what you said about like what I want to do to like the fear of not being remembered. I really just want to focus on just the people that are in my life now. I don't really care about the future. Because we're all gonna be forgotten. This podcast is gonna be forgotten.
This podcast,
you're gonna be forgotten.
The podcast isn't even known right now,
It's
so
true.
like when it gets forgotten, who cares?
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't know. It is definitely a terrifying thought.
It's terrifying, yeah. But I think what you should focus on is not that. What you should focus on is like the people around you.
Okay,
I think.
so let's take a really hardcore philosophical stance, right?
Alright.
Let's not talk about your life per se,
Okay.
but rather the whole of humanity.
Okay.
You have each individual person striving to make a better future, right? The point that I'm at with happiness being above all is not where everybody's at. I'd say a vast majority of people who are poor are trying not to be poor. They're not trying to be happy. They're trying to gain more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's the way it works. If you're poor, you want to move out of a bad neighborhood so your kids don't grow up in poverty. I'd say that's a good state of mind if you're poor, right? If you're poor, you want to get better so therefore your children don't suffer in poverty.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good state of mind, right? When you reach a certain amount of money, that feeling doesn't immediately go away. You still want to make more money. But after a certain point, it doesn't matter, right? So everybody's striving. I'd say a vast majority, because the vast majority of humanity is in poverty. I'd say more people are in poverty than aren't, right? So I'd say if the people in poverty are the majority of people want to make a better future. So therefore, you could say everybody is striving to be greater than the whole, right? Everybody wants to make the group better as a whole. So therefore, humanity isn't individuals. It's this weird conglomerate of people all massed together. It's the society rather than the individual.
We live in
a society. That's
Okay.
all I was trying to get to. Next
Said
segment.
it, guys. You said it.
Anyways, so
No, but like-
so that's the point of everybody. Yet in that conglomerate, everybody has their own feelings. They have their own
Different beliefs, different ideals.
So
different
should-
philosophies.
Would it be easier if everybody didn't have their own ideas? Obviously, you wouldn't have the radical industrialization shit like that because the different ideas wouldn't merge. However, when you have the individual voices, you cause turmoil. You cause shit that could set you back. If we obviously want to think that there's a point, right?
Yeah.
There's probably not a point.
There's definitely.
I put myself in a very deep fear. Like I gave myself a disgustingly deep fear, and it's all because I started thinking really hard. and
big boy brain was.
It wasn't the point thing, right? The thing that really scared the fuck out of me, and it almost brought me to tears. Like it was fucking terrifying, right? I started thinking about how big the universe really is, right?
I was talking about that with Anthony too.
Yeah. I did the same thing to Anthony. I almost went to tears with him too. The thing is when you really sit down to think about it, the universe is so disgustingly fucking freakishly huge. It is terrifying thinking about it. Like you go talk to some dude on the street. You tell them the universe is big. They're like, of course it's big. Like no shit, it's big.
Yeah.
But if you sat down with them and you really brought shit down to scale, right? Like say you say Alaska's big. No shit, Alaska's big. But then you draw a map, right? And you take Alaska, you bring it down to the United States. Alaska's like half the United States, like period, right? You're like, oh shit, I didn't know it was that big, right? That's what people tend to do. They're like, I knew it was big, but I didn't know it was that big. You do that shit on the universe scale, you get terrified of how stupid fucking big it is.
Yeah, that's true. The universe is huge. Like,
And then you think about it
like-
hardcore. You imagine yourself compared to an ant, right? I assume that's what most people think the universe is, right? They think the universe is the person, or maybe even the Earth. The universe is the
I
Earth.
say the Earth is a grain of sand.
No. Listen, the Earth to a grain of sand, right? We could do that comparison, right?
Yeah.
The universe is the Earth. We're the grain of sand.
I mean, we're molecules.
That is a disgustingly big interpretation of the universe.
Sounds like you have a little insecurity here.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I
I'm just saying
understand
the
what you're
truth. It is scary how big the universe is.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, you'll get terrified. At the end of the day, you won't be able to fully comprehend it because your ability to think only goes so far, right? That terrified me for like a week straight. Like I sat down and I thought about that. I was terrified, period, for like a week. And then I thought about it a little bit more. It's like, well, then I guess there's not really a point. If there was a hypernova like 3 galaxies away, we'd be dead. There's nothing we could do about that. We'd just be dead in an instant.
Yeah.
You can't control it.
Yeah.
If you try to control it, you become
You
terrified.
can't control what like happens. You know, get what I'm saying? You can't control certain. Well, you can control certain aspects of your life, but like at the end of the day, the universe is just gonna go as it goes. And I feel like you shouldn't dedicate your life to controlling it. I think you should dedicate your life to like working with it. You know,
I think
rolling with the punches.
the hard point is that
But I understand
there
what you're saying.
ultimately isn't a goal, and that is terrifying for human beings because evolutionarily, we're naturally selected to have goals because that furthered our species. Right?
I'm sure that's wrong.
It might be wrong, whatever.
Because
The main
it's a
fact
culture.
the main fact exists that human beings all have goals. If you don't have a goal, you're useless, right?
Yeah.
You might not be useless, but whatever. At the end of the day, all human beings have goals.
Yeah. Man, some align, some don't.
They don't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Nothing matters. Nothing fucking matters. It's very nihilistic to say such a thing like that. So I think at the end of the day, knowing all of this, knowing that we could die in a fucking
See that
instant.
right there? That was the planet right there. I was the universe. that's what
I
I
just
control.
ended that fly's life in an instant. I was the sun in that situation.
I was the supernova right there. Take that example.
I was God. But I think with all of that known, the greatest way to live life is, like you said, in the moment.
Yeah.
Because
at the end of the day,
otherwise,
you being known in the future, it won't really matter because you're not going to be there. You're dead.
Dude.
You're going to be a name. That's it. The only people that are going to remember you, maybe your descendants. At most, I remember half of my heritage before me. I don't know any of them.
I think the
And it
sad thing
sucks.
is, look, I don't even know my grandparents' names. That's fucked up to say, right? I only know them as grandpa and grandma. That's it.
My grandma.
But I know one of my grandparents' names. I think that's like, okay, I know, okay,
I want to get to your.
I know my
universe.
grandparents' names. I do not know my great-grandparents' names.
Yes. I want to get to your.
That's 4 generations ago. That's it.
I mean, that's just like certain people. Some people will know their grandma's name, some people won't.
Obviously.
Yeah, and I want to get to your universe thing. The universe is fucking huge.
But
like,
it's hard to say unless you have a graph.
But
right?
let me see. Let me talk no time. Okay. Let
Go
the big.
ahead.
Let me get the wheel.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I think it doesn't ultimately matter because we don't know anything out there. We just know it's huge. That's it. I mean, you're right. Right. The Earth is like probably an atom, the size of an atom compared to everything else in this entire vast universe. And everyone listening to this, everyone that exists now is gonna be dead by the time we even reach it. That's what, you know what I hate? I hate human beings. Because we're all so I hate how we're all so caught up in our own heads where we can't focus on like advancing our like humanity. And it just pisses me off because we deal with stupid shit like Article 13. And we deal with stupid shit that doesn't ultimately matter at the end of the day. And like it sucks that none of us focus on like the bigger picture. It pisses me off because humanity has so
But
much
again,
potential.
if you stay, like, not everybody's gonna get to the place I got, not everybody's gonna get to the place you got, right? If people start thinking about this super hardcore, they're gonna get depressed.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
are.
happens immediately. You immediately start thinking about it, like, what the fuck's the point, right?
Yeah.
Like, I should just kill myself now. Like, what does it matter, right? It ultimately doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? So people get depressed immediately afterwards. So they stop thinking about it. Because if you continue to think about it, all it leads to is more depression. Eventually, you'll reach a breakthrough. It'll be like, oh wait, it doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares? Who cares if it doesn't matter, right? Eventually, you'll reach
That's
that
the point I
breakthrough.
think I'm at right now.
That's where I'm at,
Yeah.
right? It gets to a point where it doesn't matter.
pretty chill.
Just live in the now,
Yeah.
right? Somebody cuts you off while you're driving. It might make you mad, but who the fuck cares? Maybe his dog was dying or some shit,
Yeah.
right? Who cares? At the end of the
Maybe
day,
he stole a kid. Who knows?
who cares?
That was a good setup right there.
Anyways, maybe he's just having a bad day. Who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
He just drives like an asshole. It's no reason to go yell about it. So, but not everybody's gonna reach that. It takes. You might not think this because you go to college, right? You're probably smarter than the average person. Again, you might not think that because the smarter you get, the stupider you tend to feel, right?
I'm already.
I feel like a retard, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
However, However, you're probably smarter than the
Average bear.
maybe not the average American because you're kind of dumb, but
whoa.
maybe you're smarter than the average
You're
American.
probably
I don't know.
Nah.
But the average human, you're smarter.
I think
than,
I'm as smart as an average person.
Maybe I'm as smart as an average person, right? Because on average, everybody's getting smarter. Whatever. We're average, right?
No, cut that out.
Let's hope that was low enough. Because I'm not cutting that out.
Oh no!
But what a thing to say. It is getting pretty hot. I wish our AC worked, dude.
I wish. Anyways, back to what you're saying.
But I think it's too hard a thought, too disgusting a thought to think about for long enough to really get somewhere, you know?
Yeah, I think if you focus your entire life on like just having your name be known for the rest of the cosmos, I think that's like pretty unfulfilling life.
It is not fulfilling. However, at the end of the day, see, I reached that point too. I was like, okay, so I obviously won't be happy if I try to make a name for myself. Obviously, I'm not gonna be happy. I can make a name for myself doing something I
Someone's
love.
gonna know who you are in like 50,000 years from now, but like who cares? Because you'll be dead.
I won't be happy doing that. However, is the price of an unhappiness worth it to make humanity better? I struggled with that, right? Because I thought,
Like,
even if I'm unhappy, what if it's a necessary sacrifice? A lot of people died unhappy. What if it's an unnecessary sacrifice to make humanity better, right? Then I thought, well, then who gives a fuck, right?
Exactly.
Even if humanity gets better, eventually they're gonna get to that point. Even if I didn't do anything, yeah, they got there a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't know. It's a disgusting thought to have. It's disgusting that we're smart enough to think that way.
Wish I was a bamboo, for Christ's sake.
If you were a dog, I'd argue that your life would be happier. It'd be more fulfilling.
Yeah.
I'd argue that, literally.
Fuck them dogs. Fuck them animals. Well, no. A lot of animals are kind of, well, they're not self-aware, but they got a lot in it.
Yeah, no, they can feel sympathy and shit,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I think
They don't understand that they are pets and that their lives are meant to be pets.
Like, I guarantee you dogs really think that they're better than humans. I guarantee you that.
No, I think that I argue that's cats.
Yeah, maybe.
Dogs are more like, they want to be your best friend, you know? They're cool guys, you know? They're like the cool guys at the party that you can just chill with you. Hey man, you want to play this next new video game? Yeah, sure, dog, thanks. You know, my parents don't let me get video
They
games.
call each other dogs?
Yeah, dog. They call each other dog. Yo, dog.
Yo, dog!
I don't think they have I don't think dogs have the concept of like a name. Well, no. If like
they
you
have
call
to.
them by a name, they'll like know who you're talking to. So
I assume that they probably have some sense of individuality.
they'll see another dog. I'm sure like their brain capacity is just like they're more in the moment than we could be. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool.
I don't know, it's disgusting that human beings have to grapple with it.
Yeah,
And I wonder at the end of the day, obviously there's no meaning, right? There's no meaning to anything.
a lot of art,
Which is
people argue
extremely
that-
nihilistic, right? Extremely nihilistic to believe that there's no meaning. However, at the end of the day, because you understand that that there's nothing at the end of the tunnel, right? I think that if you realize that, you can set your own goals within that scope that'll lead to a happier life. And I think that happier life is the main goal that you should be striving for.
I agree. Yeah. Like if like
You're striving to better yourself and making yourself happy above all else.
I think that's probably the best goal you can go for. Because like really everything else.
And I think that brings everything up with you. Because if you're trying to make yourself the happiest, you're not going to be addicted to people. Because if you're addicted to people, that makes you unhappy.
Well, I'm sure some people love being addicted.
That makes you a psychopath.
Sociopath.
That's a disorder.
Yeah.
If you are happy causing pain to others, you're a psychopath. Right?
Yeah.
So you'd be called a sadist too, I guess, but that's not really the same. It's not the same thing, really.
Yeah. It's more like just want to cause pain.
You cause pain in the moment, but
people who like
but
you'd
you'd feel
cause pain just for the fun of it, or like
yeah. I'd say that's a mental disorder. So ultimately,
psychopath.
you'd be happy if you make other
Or
people
sociopaths.
happy.
They can't feel that and they don't understand that too.
I think it brings up the entire value of
We're probably the
happiness.
worst people to talk about this kind of shit. But
Listen, at least you get your point out there.
That's true.
Maybe people will disagree. They'll probably all
I'm
disagree.
sure I'm sure there's a lot of people that disagree
Sure,
with what we say.
I'm sure, because I'd say primarily what me and you just said would be an atheist standpoint. Maybe not 100%, because there are a lot of Christians that feel the same way. Again, that comes back to the argument, I'll believe, even if there is no God, I'll still believe, right?
Yeah, because, having faith, gives you, an insurance.
It gets you there, right? You
you
don't
going because
you
you
don't
believe
have you don't have to go through the crazy depression of thinking we don't mean anything. Right?
Yeah, because whenever you believe in
You'll-
faith,
you'll get
you
to
believe
where-
you believe that there's some purpose in your life.
Yeah. I think religion is actually a pretty good way of going about that.
Yeah.
Of course, you get into fanaticism and tribalism, and then it becomes something else.
It
But
becomes
but
cultism.
but at the general level, it is good to be religious.
Yeah.
I'd say that, unless you want to.
Unless you want to brainwash your children, in that case, it's kind of fucked.
Unless you're thinking really hardcore about these ideas. Unless you sit down one day and you think, what does it all mean, right? Unless you do that, I think religion is a good entry point to that.
At the end of the day, you know what it means?
That is
Boys
disgusting.
Boys will be boys. Anyways, as you're saying.
So I don't know. Yeah.
No, I understand what you mean.
I say let's get off this because I think we'll be running in circles. But I hope
Maybe.
I hope at the end of the
off on
day,
a good note.
I hope at the end of the day somebody can take from what we said and better their lives.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't.
Maybe.
But I'm optimistic that maybe at least one person.
if you're
hopefully,
one person listening, if you're the one person that's listening to this podcast,
know that nothing matters, you're gonna die alone.
yes, but also don't focus on that. Focus on the people around you that love you. And if it's not,
You have to live in the now. If you're constantly getting angered over stupid shit, there's a problem.
it's true. That's why, I kind of used to be that way. Whenever, oh man, these movies make me mad. Oh, Zack Snyder, how could he?
You're
But
still like that.
a little bit. But now I'm more mellowed out. I'm like, who really cares?
Who gives a
Because
fuck?
they're movies.
Yeah, it's
they're
like-
just they're plot. They're about escapism. They're not meant to be high art.
I feel like
Some movies are, but then some, the ones I really watch aren't really that. So I can admit that. I'm okay with that.
My father is a extremely angry man. He gets angry over a lot of stupid shit, right? I feel like I could have easily fallen into the same pattern he did, right? Because I'm a lot like him in a lot of ways. The only difference is I don't get mad over stupid shit, right? Again,
I'm joking.
I'm like him in a lot of ways, but at the end of the day, if you broke my controller, I'd be pissed, right?
Yeah.
However, I'd get over it.
I'd buy you a new.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck. Even if you didn't buy me a new one, I'd get over it. I might call you an asshole forever, but ultimately, I wouldn't really care, right? My dad would care. And I think it's that distinction that is really important. I don't know. Oh, all right, let's get off of this. Let's talk about Article 13.
Article 13.
Because that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah! Woo! Fuck you, Europe. No,
Europe's fucked!
Rip Europe! 2019! 2021! When Article 13 is apparently supposed to be enacted.
That's when it's being enforced.
Yeah.
It's already enacted, but
Yeah.
it'll start being
the
enforced.
bill was passed now.
Yeah. It's just it'll start being enforced in a couple years.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. How brain dead? You got to be something like this.
All right, let's explain Article 13 first.
Okay, you
All
go.
right, so
I'm pretty sure you have more of an understanding than I do.
maybe I don't know. You might have one. But anyways, so Article 13 was a bill passed saying that ISPs and companies are responsible for upholding copyright issues. On the surface, it sounds good. It sounds well, right? Obviously, they should be kind of responsible, right, for upholding it, because therefore the artist gets reimbursed or whatever, right? They don't have their shit stolen, right?
I knew our plans. You're expanding it. Check the internet lately. Memes.
These dumbasses don't understand though, because what Article 13 did was it enforced. It didn't only say that; it also said we will fine you if you fail to uphold this, right? If we do not believe that you are making constant strides to further copyright, then we will fine you for it. So that was Article 13, right? Then they revised it to make it sound less volatile, shit like that, after the backlash. Then it got turned from Article 13 into Article 17 So now, if you go read the draft, it is called Article 17, not 13, right? It basically says the same shit. However, people are so fucking stupid, right? There are addendums to it, right? That say obviously parody is within free use. It is exempt from copyright, obviously, right? But people are retarded. They think that I don't know what people think is gonna happen. People argue, of course nothing's gonna happen. Memes will be fine. Like we'll be good, right? People are fucking stupid. Most memes are just a copyrighted image with text over it. You think an algorithm is gonna detect that and be like, oh no, that's fair use? What the fuck?
It's true.
It's obviously not gonna happen.
With YouTube right now, with YouTube and like whenever like a single bit of music, copyright strike.
Even if it is completely fair use, it doesn't matter because algorithms can't tell the difference. And if there is a fine for not being able to keep copyrighted content off of your platform, they're just gonna do a mass ban. They're not gonna spend millions upon billions of dollars to create an algorithm that can differentiate between parody and not parody, because they can't fucking do that. Because it would take way too long to do that. Way too much fucking money that these companies do not have. So the simpler, cheaper solution is to completely ban anything from any European ISP. I'm gonna let you. But that's the problem. People think that memes will be fine. They're not gonna be fine. Of course, America will still be fine. Who gives a fuck? But Europe is fucked, dude. Like.
Well, I think more the EU. The EU is in the entirety of Europe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they won't act on it, but the potential is there to act on it.
Yeah.
Whether or not they have malicious intent is a whole nother story.
I will find out.
But maybe one day somebody with malicious intent is going to come.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
they see this, they're like, oh.
They have now
yeah, boy.
They have now passed the groundwork for something bad to happen. It's so fucking stupid, dude. Like
I read somewhere how some representatives of Maltese thing? Or not Maltese. I think just these 13 representatives went to sign against Article 13, and they found out that 13 people were trying to vote against it, accidentally voted for it.
Accidentally?
Yeah,
what?
I don't understand.
How do you accidentally vote for
I
it?
don't know. I must have misread it, but whenever I was
It's probably
like,
like, I do not agree.
Yeah.
To Article 13.
It's just all different.
They probably made it. Maybe they made it like really complex. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think the main person that was trying to pass it was this German dude on the, I believe it's the GDA, like the German Democratic Party or some shit. I don't know what it stands for, but it's this old dude, right? Old gray dude, and
These old people don't understand the internet.
He's on record.
Tell ya.
He's on record saying that he doesn't really understand how the internet works. And you let that guy fucking enact policy for the internet? Like, oh my god, dude. So fucking stupid.
I think a lot of them don't understand, but I think a good majority of them might.
Obviously some people understand, but they've also said all those riots they were just made by like the Americans. Like,
they were not. What are you talking about?
Like, these people were just brainwashed. It's basically what it boiled down to. Oh. And it's like, you fucking dumbasses, dude. They're rioting because they don't want you to do this shit. Like, Germany, especially Germany, there were
based E.
maybe not riots. Maybe riots is a bad word, but
no,
what do you call it when people gather together? Protest. There you go. Yeah. So there were lots of protests around Europe.
Yeah.
It mainly happened in Germany. There were a lot of protests in Germany.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they were just like, it's fake. Why? It's fake. Whatever. How are you gonna do that, dude?
You would be idiot. That's why. How do you do that?
Fuck,
wait,
dude.
what?
Yeah. See. Yeah. There's a good rule to say don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to stupidity, right? I think that works in this case.
Mm-hmm. I don't think any of them pulled any malice. I think all of them are just really ill-informed.
They're ill-informed and they're fucking dumbasses. Don't understand how to listen to criticism.
Like most people. That's our next podcast.
And I think, I don't know. I think that what they've put in place now is extremely destructive or could be extremely destructive in the near
Right now,
future.
it's not gonna be destructive, but it will be. I feel this is like
Maybe not extremely destructive, but you won't have parity, period, in the EU because you can't get away with it.
arrested. Behind bars with you.
But I think YouTube has gone on record saying the same thing. They said we cannot physically or virtually be able to control this amount of content. So the only logical solution is just ban them, period. Because what the fuck are you going to do? You can't
have like tens and thousands of people that are gonna monitor this shit. Like no human being's gonna like sit there for like their whole life monitoring all this. I'd kill myself.
Yeah.
You can pay me $1 million. Well, actually, no. You can pay me $1 million a day to do that shit. Fuck no.
Fuck
I
no.
want to kill myself.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, dude. It's fucking stupid.
There'll be so many like terrible memes over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I already get sick of it now. Imagine that was my job. Imagine that was your job.
I'd kill myself.
I kill myself too.
I'm already on the verge of killing myself. I think that
If I
pushed
see
me
it-
over the edge.
If I see one more go crazy, go stupid meme, I'm gonna kill myself. I see those everywhere. Anytime there's like this video and it pops up, instantly get away from it. I don't want to see it. I don't care for it. It was funny at first. Now I just don't fucking care. Stop showing me those memes.
It's like the fucking Speed meme, dude.
It's a beef.
Dude, that shit was everywhere. After like the 1000th post of Speed, I was like, shut the fuck up with Speed, dude.
Like, alright, it was funny for the first hour. I mean, it's funny for the first minute, but now I think I'm done here. Alright? I don't know, maybe it might...
I think that's just how all memes go.
Yeah.
Like, they're funny for like the first like day, and then it's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I feel like memes are now in a cycle where like people are recycling.
Memes are so fucking interesting.
They
I
are.
feel like you could, if you like hardcore study
Let's save this for
memes.
next podcast. Let's see how much time we have.
Alright, let's go on a small topic, right?
Alright, we have like
After
3
all the
minutes before it
heavy
comes to
shit.
an hour.
Well, what do you want to talk about that's small? Small.
How about Outer Worlds?
Okay, let's talk about something really easy. That shouldn't take too long. Let's talk about Ghost. This is something I wanted to talk about. It's
Yeah.
something I thought about like last week or something.
Anyways,
Have you
you're
ever
crazy if you think ghosts are real?
Have you ever experienced a paranormal activity? Trademark.
No, this can top right
Any
now.
paranormal
No, I don't think I have.
period? Nothing.
I don't think so. I
Never gotten chills while you're walking in the dark through your house.
I watched this ghost video and I got the chills. It scared me, guys. Ooh. I think. Oh jeez. Those are ghosts, guys. It's inside of
That was
me.
a ghost. You just witnessed it here.
You hear it? Hear it?
There's a ghost, dude.
Okay, no, seriously. I feel bad for we're making fun of people who actually do believe in ghosts. But like, I don't know.
Never.
Like,
Not once.
no. Have you?
Okay, so I have 2 stories.
Oh jeez.
Right. This does not mean I believe in ghosts because I don't. However, 2 stories.
I can
One-
see, hold on, before you continue. I can see why people believe in ghosts. You know, they all tied to religion and stuff like that, and all the unknown stuff that you can't really explain. I mean, you could explain, but all the stuff that you can't really explain either.
Yeah.
But like, maybe there's
So-
some spirits out there. We don't know. I'll let
Maybe.
you know when I get killed by an exorcist.
That's what everybody says. Nobody fucking finds out.
That's true, yeah.
Anyways, so the first one was a week after my grandma died. I was in my house in our shitty little town, right? And it was a fucking small house because we were poor. But I was walking through the hallway, and it was pretty late at night. It was probably like 11 or something. All the lights were off. It was dark, and I turned on the hallway light because I was still a little kid and I was scared. Right? So I turned on the hallway light, and as soon as I did it, I felt this like breeze of air, like
That's
go
the AC.
completely over. It might have been the AC.
No.
I don't fucking know. All I'm trying to say is I felt that, and I feel like for like half a second, I felt like something like go past me, right? And then it was gone, right? And then all I could think of was my grandmother that just passed away, right? It was really
Oh, were you in
sad.
the town?
I was probably like 11, 12, maybe like 13. I don't know. So, I wasn't like super young, but I was young enough, right? And that scared me. The second time was really fucking stupid. It was nothing like that first time. Second time was I woke up and I thought I saw something, and I was like, oh, that didn't look right, right?
Gamer.
But I was scared. This was also when I was pretty young. So I was scared, so I just like turned around and faced the wall, right? And I kept like feeling like something was fucking staring at me, like hardcore. Like I mean, it was probably just my own mind playing tricks on me, but I felt like something was staring at me.
The mind will rationalize whatever they can just to see.
And then I turned around and I could have swore I saw like a face or something, and then I got fucking terrified. And I turned back around and I like hid under my blanket so I fell asleep. But that was the only other time.
Yeah, no, like I understand. I can see why people would.
Again, it wasn't ghost. However,
but you know what? Here's the thing. I would like to believe in the supernatural. I would love to believe in those like monsters that exist because that's so fucking cool. At the same time, it's so scary. Could you imagine that? Remember that giant Chinese monster? That giant Chinese fish that was underwater that had arms and shit?
What?
Yeah, there's like this fish man that had like arms and shit. Could you imagine that was real? That'd be fucking cool.
Scary,
that's kind of my little guilty pleasure. I love seeing some like videos and stories about that. We're like, oh my god, there's this giant monster that's flying around. It's not real, obviously, but I would want it to be. That'd be cool. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if you saw like some weird creature that you could not explain? I mean, it's pretty little. That's a little weird, but nah, it is definitely weird. But I don't know. It's like something like that. It's really intriguing that there's stuff that we don't know in the world that exists out there, especially in the ocean. The ocean terrifies me. I never want to be in the. If I was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, if I was just dropped there, I'd probably just like have a heart attack, dude. Because we don't know what's down there. It scares me, dude.
It's bad.
Because there's probably some prehistoric creatures and shit that live down there. That's so cool. I know this went away from my paranormal like ghosts and stuff like that. But like, I feel like it's kind of.
But you have a want to believe in.
But you gotta be
supernatural.
You gotta think about this logically.
You gotta think about this logically.
but
everybody
like,
type in chat. Alex is a stupid.
But like, yeah, ghosts. I can understand why people would think they exist because I don't know. You want to feel like there's a spiritual connection with like your lost one. You want to feel. You know,
I was probably distraught. Like when I saw my grandma's ghost or whatever. I was probably just distraught with her.
Feel these dark energies.
With the recent passing, shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it would be cool if that existed. I don't know if they exist.
I'd be super down to go to like a haunted place.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be super down. Like a legit haunted place that you have to like cross a barrier that's technically illegal to cross. I'd be super down to do that. I don't know if you can find one in San Antonio.
I remember my native friend Haley telling me how like this one person stole a this ancient artifact of the Indians from the Native Americans. Sorry,
that's disgusting. I can't believe you called them Indians.
I'm sorry. No, but she said how they stole this artifact and for like a month straight they were like sick. They were sick of something like.
They just got the flu. They all got a cold.
They got sick or something supernatural happened to them, and until they gave it back, it stopped. I don't know how true that is. Interesting.
It's probably all fake.
It's all Area 51 guys are brainwashing you.
It's them aliens, dude.
Aliens, bro.
They built the pyramids, now they're building your minds.
I can kind of believe in aliens though, because of how big the universe is.
I believe that they exist. I don't believe that intelligent
like, why the fuck they want to come here?
I don't think intelligent life exists like virtually anywhere.
Well,
maybe somewhere.
There's a chance that we exist. Sure, there's not a chance that like one.
Okay, maybe one, but nowhere close.
Yeah, nowhere close. Obviously.
Nowhere close. And I think the human race will go extinct before we ever come in contact with them.
Yeah, probably.
They probably exist anywhere. I'd say like bacteria exist on other planets. I'd say we could probably find that. But intelligent life, I don't think we'll find anytime soon.
Maybe they found us already. Just hiding beneath it. I'm a lizard person, guys.
Doubtful, but maybe.
Now Mark Zuckerberg, he's a lizard man. Have you ever seen that video of like Obama? Like how his
that like 240p video, and he like turns and he like blinks a couple times.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, Obama is an alien.
He's a lizard.
He's a lizard man.
They replaced Obama.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
All right, let's end the podcast there.
All right, see y'all next week.
We'll see you. We'll see you eventually.
Wait, what episode is it? Episode 5?
This would be episode 5.
Yeah, we finally got it right.
Yeet!
I like how every single episode is like, is this episode 5? Is this episode 5?
It's only episode 5, but once we get to episode 6, this is episode 5.
Is it 5 is just an attractive number? Okay.
Yeah.
I got them courage.
What are you trying to say? So you're attracted to 5-year-olds?
No! I would never!
Alright, let's end it on that note. Jeremy's a pedophile.
No! Anthony,